Spoiler alert, full episode breakdown ahead. Sunny Nights opens with a crocodile dragging itself onto a golf course. No context, no explanation. Just a croc, a fairway, and a vibe that says, nothing good is going to happen here. Meet Martin and Vicki Marvin, brother and sister, codependent to a clinical degree, fresh off a flight from Indiana to Sydney, with a spray tan startup and absolutely no plan. The startup is called Tansform. Yes, like transform, but with a tan. It's maqui berry based. That's the pitch. Martin spent 20 years as a financial risk analyst, a man who calculated risk for a living and never once took any. Vicki is the chaotic creative half of the duo, which is a generous way of saying she makes terrible decisions with confidence. Together, they're going to pitch Tansform at a business convention in Sydney, and absolutely nothing is going to go wrong. They get kicked out of their hotel immediately. Apparently checking in requires an actual reservation, and which is news to Vicki. They find a cheap motel. Vicki then spends nearly their entire budget on expensive rum, because showing up to a convention looking broke is worse than actually being broke. Martin says nothing. This is their dynamic. At the convention, Martin runs into Joyce, his estranged ex-wife, who moved all the way to Australia specifically to get away from him. She is not thrilled. Martin, being Martin, tries to make it seem fine. It is not fine. Then he meets Susie. They have drinks. They have more drinks. They sleep together. In the morning, while Martin is still processing this information, a man named Cash sits down across from him. Cash is very calm. Cash explains that the whole thing was filmed. Pay $10,000 by tonight, he says, or the footage goes public, including to Joyce. Martin does not have $10,000. Martin barely has motel money. He came to Australia to pitch a spray tan. He is now being extorted. The episode ends with the standoff still very much unresolved, the croc presumably still on the golf course, and Martin staring down the worst week of his life. A week that started with a motel and a budget-destroying rum purchase. Welcome to Sunny Nights. Drop a like and follow at CaughtUpTV so you never miss a recap.